Let me explain a little bit about hypnosis for the purposes of this course. I'll also provide a greater explanation in the supplementary notes should you wish to read them. First of all, let's begin with what hypnosis is not. We've all got some conception about what it is, but first of all, it's useful to know what it isn't. Firstly, hypnosis is not sleep. Many hypnotists, especially in stage shows, use the word sleep. So completely relaxed as if asleep would be probably a better description in their case. If you are asleep, you wouldn't necessarily be able to hear my instructions and respond. So hypnosis is not sleep. Secondly, hypnosis is not being unconscious. To be unconscious, you would be even less inclined to hear my instructions than if you were asleep. So hypnosis is not unconscious. And we're also using hypnosis to correct some behaviours that have in a way being unconscious over a long period of time. Thirdly, hypnosis is not about being gullible or weak-minded. Yes, we've all got that image from the Hollywood film of the person walking around robotic being in hypnosis, but that's just the stuff of movies. If at any stage you're asked to do something that doesn't fit in with your highest beliefs, you simply wouldn't do so. Otherwise, there'd be lots of hypnotists down at the bank trying to hypnotize the staff into giving them money. It just doesn't work that way. So hypnosis is not about being unconscious. Next, hypnosis is not about being controlled by someone else. That's another idea we have, that the hypnotist exerts control over someone. If anything, hypnosis is about you being more in control. People normally come to hypnosis sessions to take back control of a part of their thinking or their behavior that has become out of control, such as their smoking or doing drugs or overeating or drinking too much or their feelings of anxiety. Hypnosis is all about giving you back control and you being once again in charge of your life and behaviors. So let's take a moment to talk about what hypnosis actually is. Hypnosis is an awake state. It's quite normal. Expect to hear everything I say. You're not going anywhere. You may feel very relaxed, but hypnosis is about being awake. If anything, hypnosis is about you being hyper-focused so that you can focus especially on creating positive new habits to replace old unwanted ones. Hypnosis is also about following instructions. And by following the instructions, you're guided by the hypnotist or the hypnotherapist to help you change your beliefs and patterns. Since you have the choice whether or not to follow the instructions, it is therefore safe to say that all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. You always have the choice whether or not to follow. The recordings in this course are based on you relaxing so that you can achieve what you want to do. So expect to feel relaxed. Expect to hear everything. Another thing hypnosis is about is it's almost the ultimate display of control. We said earlier that all hypnosis is about placing you firmly back in control. I can't reiterate this enough. You know that the way to learn anything properly, you need to practice it until it becomes automatic so that you can run it deeply on an automatic level. It would be pretty difficult for a musician to sit and play and have to think about every note. No, at some stage they had to learn the notes and they had to learn the chords. But when they sit down now, they sit down and play the music. Also, for example, with driving a car. Now, I don't know if you drive a car, but most people do, at this stage. The first time when you learn to drive a car, you have to make sure you're sitting comfortably. You have to check whether the handbrake is up. You have to check that it's not in gear when you start it. And then when you start, you have to either put it in gear, or if you're using manual transmission, you have to think about engaging the clutch, changing the gears. Also, you have to look in the mirror to make sure that you can see whether it's clear to get out. You've also got to look through the front window. There's any number of things to do when you learn to drive the car. And imagine what it would be like if you were driving and had to think of all those things all the time. You see, in a way, that's why they charge more insurance for less experienced drivers, because they're still in this way of not having done it often enough. When you've mastered the art of driving, you just look out the window, you start automatically, you concentrate on where you're going and what you're doing and keeping the right distance from everybody, and you do all of this automatically. You see, you learnt it through practice and repetition until it became second nature. The same applies to your thinking and your relationship with food and eating. When you change your thinking about eating and about food and your reactions so that it becomes second nature, then you've acquired the slim person's mindset. So to sum up, and to quote Carl Banyan, one of my teachers, he defines hypnosis as a heightened state of suggestibility, such that the suggestions given are accepted as being true and affect the beliefs, habits, perceptions and behaviors of an individual.